So we actually get our faces on the box here as we kick this off. All right. Take a deep breath. We let it go. It's called technology. We take a deep breath and we start fresh, right?
Yeah. Hey, it's game day.
It is.
Come on, get up, baby. Let's go.
It is game day. And make sure we're queued up and ready to rock and roll the stream. Looks like we are. All right. It's game day. And it is Zach Rothenberger. I'm pretty sure I smacked my microphone. All right, good. It's working. Yeah, you're right. It is game day. It's game day.
That's right.
I'm faking a smile right now because you pretty much saw me at my worst today, trying to get the technology set up. But hey, here we are. Here we are. It's game day. You're right. I'm taking a look. Just showing a picture of the church right now, even though we're out on the road in Santa Clara tonight. But here we are.
Hey, getting seeing pictures of the church, aka Lambeau Field, for those where the church is. Got the good vibes throwing, right?
Yeah, and here we are. So, it's funny. I'm obviously getting a little squirmish. If anyone watched our show on our little dress rehearsal show, I feel like on Sunday, you saw me a little jumpy. But nevertheless, now I'm more jumpy because we're going to lose tonight, Zach. And you've heard me say my tone. I can just feel it. Oh, I just don't like this game.
You got to stop that negative talk, Kieran. That you're going to win tonight. You're playing the lowly, injury-prone San Francisco 49ers, all right? The Packers, we know what happened last year. I'm not going to bring it up. What happened in both games, I get it. But Aaron Rodgers, when you do something bad at Aaron Rodgers, he comes back like the freaking boogeyman that he is, and he's going to go in there and stomp on them tonight. I promise you. They're winning by at least
the NFC Championship game, though.
Oh, well, you know what?
That's during the NFC Championship.
That's the past, Kieran. It's the past. Tonight's a new night. We're week 9.
Yeah.
All season.
You're right. It is week 9. So also might as well tease the show, right? It's week 9, so we'll talk a little bit about that. I feel like, and of course, obviously, me being an idiot with the technology for the show, obviously we're late, but to that point, we'll do a little Thursday night preview. We'll do a little clickbait cleanup. We'll have a little fun. Maybe probably a little quicker show because I got to get out of there and start pacing around. That 10, 15 minutes before before the game begins. But yeah, let's get it started. With you want to do a little clickbait?
Yeah, let's do it. So. Sticking in the football.
I like the chat saying stop with the bad mojo. I like that, by the way.
That's right. That's my Uncle Ricky. Shout out to him there. But yeah, no. So So my clickbait is absolutely this. When I found this, Kieran, I was drinking my afternoon coffee because I just drink coffee like all day long, and I almost spit it up. That's how ridiculous this is. So. Brian Flores says the Miami Dolphins are not auditioning to a.
Dude, this is so bad. Sorry.
Right, dude, it's horrible. So, the article, I read it, and it's like, it says, Brian Flores says that Brian Flores strongly pushed back on the idea of the Dolphins needing to give Tua an audition for the rest of this year to figure out they want to go and draft another quarterback next season in 2021. Can you tell me, why would you go through everything you did?
Dude, that's so bad. That's bad for clickbait bad. I love we got the chat going and Twitch going, hey, how we doing? Always never a fan. Yeah, no, that's so bad. That's so bad.
You don't just bend, you're 4-3 and you're in the divisional race right now because the Bills are not looking, they're 6-2, yeah, but they're not looking like themselves at this moment. You're 4-3, you're in the hunt to definitely get a wild card spot, if you ask me. So why are you remotely bringing up the idea of drafting a quarterback next year when you have your guy in Tua, one of the most talented collegiate prospects coming out, over the last several years? I don't get it, but that's clickbait for you.
After all this, right? We're talking about is it too early? Is it too late? To play him? It's just after all that, really?
Yeah, no, exactly.
2 games. Not even 2 games.
A game in 3 snaps.
So bad. That's so bad. I can't see mine any better. Here, I'll pull it up for you. Yeah. Well, it's funny. I'll stick with the football circuits with you. It's funny. It's the same old stuff, right? Comparing people from different generations. Oh, by the way, Alvin Kamara is better than Marshall Faulk, by the way, Zach. How about that? I hate it.
Dude, yeah, it's awful. I saw that.
It's so bad. I'm just so tired of it. The comparisons that is you'll never know right what I mean. That Marshall Fox gonna be all of a sudden it becomes like a bowing over race where it's oh yeah, he's better, no he's better, and if you don't make the other guys better, then all of a sudden you're the guy sour grapes. It's What the hell is that? Like, that's so ESPN and Bleacher reporting. I hate it.
Mm-hmm. No, you're exactly right. Two different generations, two different styles of play. You absolutely cannot compare that. Like this morning on Good Morning Football, Nate Burleson was saying, "Oh, I didn't compare Calvin Johnson to Randy Moss until his 9th season." It's like, all right, well, come on, it's different. It's different. Just don't do it.
Oh, okay, you do. So that's what we're doing now. That's the instrument, or the instrument measurement, I should say, or unit of measurement.
Right, exactly.
This is what happens when I'm nervous. I'm just looking at the Thursday night crew just talking. I'm just everyone's talking about the same thing. Hey, can the 49ers figure it out with their freshman team? It's just like, I don't know. It's like, because the Packers defense sucks. I'm like, I know. I'm aware that these suck. Like, I'm aware that hey, by the way, Zach, did you know Packers haven't won a lot of games out there? They got their ass kicked twice. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I mean, I didn't watch any of those games last year. I didn't watch the Sunday night game. I didn't watch the NFC Championship game. But now I'm just tuning in, and all of a sudden I'm like, really? It's news to me. Sorry, I feel some type of way right now.
Well, that streak is going to end. How many times you don't see that the same thing does not happen every time, and it's time for this is the time the Packers win this game. So, but I got to. I mean, before we dive into this, or let's just dive into it. Why not?
Let's dive into it. Let's go.
Like exercise your serious thoughts of how you think this game could play out tonight.
Well, they should beat them. I think they should beat them 26-13. That's my prediction.
26-13?
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a little low-scoring game, but I do think that I think Rodgers plays well. I think that our offense struggles a little bit, with the injuries, but overall, I think they'll get the job done.
See, I think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's really going to be like 38 or like 37 to 20 or like maybe 17. I think you're winning by probably around 20 points, if you ask me.
Did you not see what Dalvin Cook did to us this past weekend?
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to let that happen twice, and the 49ers don't have a back like Dalvin Cook. So, I think the 49ers are probably going to rely on the run, I'd say fairly heavily, to get Nick Mullins. I mean, we've seen Mullins before, but to try to, run some clock and hopefully, get some flow going. But I think the Packers will be planned. We'll be playing for that. So,
I don't know. Like, at what point? All right. Here's the thing, right? I guess the reason why I'm so jaded tonight is because nothing. Well, all right. Let's say the Packers win this game 31-13, right? Hypothetically, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, that's what you're supposed to do." It's like you lose, and the season's over. It's like. So now you can understand why I'm on edge, because it's like, yeah, good. I was actually I was hiking this morning at 7 a.m. That's how nervous I was for this game. And I was thinking to myself, well, I was thinking how it's like San Fran weather out here. And Philly was kind of sort of a little foggy, a little mild, a little mist, But but on a more serious note, I don't know. I felt like, it's just, you gotta go 6-2. Just go 6-2. That's the win. Like you gotta hang. Oh, look at this. We're doing predictions right now. Look at this.
Yeah, they're going heavy on the pack. I'm telling you.
So?
No one's taking the 49ers tonight.
Let's see what old Stevie Smith says.
And if they do take the 49ers, they're just trying to be trendy.
Oh my God, Steve Smith just took them to win 28-21.
Who? The Pack?
49ers.
Nuh-uh. Well, Steve Smith, come on.
Colleen Wolfe said the Packers will win.
No, Colleen Wolfe will say the Eagles will win somehow. Because that's how unbiased she is.
Did everyone see the Eagles or what was it, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, they did. Week? Everyone took the Eagles. What was that?
That was 2 weeks ago. I'm an idiot.
Monday. Yeah, whatever that was. Everyone took the Eagles. Yeah.
All right, Joe Thomas is taking the Pack. Let's see if old Michael Irvin's going to take Swervin' Irvin, Tyler Irvin. Well, there we go.
How many times have we seen, I mean, you know this better than me, like how many times have we seen whenever Aaron Rodgers loses a game, I feel like he comes back and he's like Aaron Rodgers 5.0 and it's just like a robot out there. Like he's like a zombie or someone possessed and just
I hope. I think we play well tonight. I think our D's gonna have a good game tonight.
Yeah,
that's my. All right, but
there you go.
To that point, all right, let's talk about
positivity.
So the spread's 7. All right, let's talk about it real quick. But to that point, dude. All right, what's your? There's so many avenues. I guess you want to like kind of jump into this. I love this. We got a whole Steelers action in there. Let me ask you this. So what? I love it from Brett too. Is You got to hear that from Cole the next time we have him on the show. I think it's next week. We're supposed to have him on night, but we'll have him on next week. But you got to hear that story about the two of them because it was Packers Steelers in the Super Bowl with the brotherly love.
Oh yeah,
it's great. It's a great story, especially as a Packers fan. I always love the ending of it. But all right, let's talk real quick about the 49ers. Though. Do you like Nick Mullins? Like, what do you think of this offense in general?
Well, with the injuries they have with Kittle out, Samuel out, obviously Jimmy G, I think that definitely they're not as strong as they should be, obviously. But I don't know. I mean, Nick Mullins, I think is better than what a lot of people think. But I just really have a hard time seeing the Packers losing this game. Mullins just has some way about him. I feel like that he can pull some runs together, but I'm not really too concerned about them tonight. And maybe I'm overlooking them, but I don't think I am. I mean, what do you think their outlook is on offense with Kittle, especially with Kittle out? Like, not only is he a heck of a target,
we can't stop the run. So there's that. I mean, there's that, right? Like it's. Like at all.
But do you think the Packers will game plan around that and say, let's let Nick Mullins beat us instead of the run?
Yeah, but then what happens if, Kevin White goes off? Wow, I love how I couldn't build any of these boxes correctly. Look at this. I'm going to try and, it doesn't even matter. Good God. Look at this. This is a sign that when the technology was breaking, that literally this is going to be a quick show, and we're just going to talk about the game real quick tonight. I'm nervous. I think it's the type of game. I feel like this is gonna be such a kind of comment, but it's almost like I feel like LaFleur and Shanahan both have the same type of team, same type of rhythm and offense. That it's like if you're not clicking, you're off the rails. So it's gonna be who wants to grab onto the rails first, right? Like the Packers go down, they score, they get a stop, they score again. They're gonna win the game, right? Same thing with the 49ers. Though. They did the last two games, when they played each other. So it's the same. I don't see I feel like it's gonna be not like a back and forth type game, right? It's about who gets control first, like a soccer game kind of.
Yeah, I could see that for sure. I think that the 49ers defense is going to be the only thing that could potentially keep them in this game. But I think the Packers offense is just, even with Jamal Williams out, and I know you said Aaron Jones you think is going to dress. Even with some of their weapons missing, I don't know. I just think the Packers offense will overpower them. I mean, that's a very quick to the point take. I just feel like, the 49ers, at 4-4, I mean, this is they need to win this game, obviously, just like every NFL game, but I don't know. I don't bet against Aaron Rodgers when he's coming back from a loss. That's all.
I'll try and build you in here.
That's all right. I can just be like a voice hovering over.
This is how you know I hate technology so much. Look at that. Dude, this is why I'm nervous too, because the technology has been god awful this week on our show.
Well, it's all right. The poor technology will relate to a Packers win somehow. So
I hope so. You can tell me already. I'm not even hosting the normal way I do.
What? Yeah, go ahead.
Lay it on me. No, go please.
No, I was gonna say, what do you like from a betting perspective tonight?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's take my mind off of things, right? Nothing like a little line and chill. Let's pull up the line for everybody, right? So,
yeah.
Where is that thing? There it is. All right, so I think it moved to 7 now. So the Packers are -7. Over-under is what, 48.5? Is that what you got it in at?
48.5, yeah.
You like the over. I actually like the under, but that's also because I feel like the Packers defense is going to play well, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, no, I like the over because I really think that the Niners are just going to explode and go and put up over 30 points, and I think the Packers are going to put up over 30 points, and I think the Niners, towards the end of the game, will get one of those, kind of biggest touchdowns or something, like a Nick Mullins 5-yard scramble or something ridiculous, and it'll put them, just over that edge, I think.
Yeah.
And the spread, I think, is a lock for sure. I mean, yeah, I think they're going to win by more than a touchdown.
Your lips to God's ears. I'm looking at Devontae warming up right now. Dude, it just seems like for whatever reason they can't play well out there. That's why I keep sitting there. It's like they're a team of trends my whole life. It just seems like, they don't play well against teams. They don't play well against teams. And there's the variables. And I hate that. Oh, God. Look at this. They're already doing the aerial views with the logos and stuff. Dude, I'm so nervous for this game.
Yeah.
You can't go 5-3 through the Packers, right? Here, I'll even pull up the standings real quick. Who needs this game more, right?
Yeah, no, well, I personally think the 49ers would need this game more because of their division. I mean, they're 4-4 and they're in last place, so right.
You're
So
right. I mean, shit.
they need it more. Whereas like if the Packers lost, I wouldn't be throwing the flag in or raising being crazy just yet because that division I think is either the Packers or the Bears, but I definitely lean more towards the Packers in that situation. So even if the Packers lose, they're still in the driver's seat of the division of the NFC North.
Dude, look at me. I'm cursing. I'm getting nervous. Like, dude, I'm nervous, man. I'm so.
Well, it's kind of funny because Rodgers is from California, right? Not
I
that
know.
but-
Trust me, I know. Like that's and for whatever reason, Zach, he just doesn't play well out there. It's just like I like. By the way, did you know Devontae Adams with the Fresno State? That's in Northern California too. It's like,
oh wow,
they're so all over the place. Like they banged around the Patriots. Like I'm looking at the chat right how the Patriots or how the 49ers lost close games. Let's see, they lost to the Cardinals, but the Cardinals might be good.
well they destroyed us.
Yeah, and then destroyed the Jets. No offense, neither of you guys are good, so that doesn't mean anything either. And then, sorry, not to be that guy. And then I'm just trying to be quick like of it.
I agree.
They got hammered against Seattle, and then
I'm trying to bring up their schedule.
The Rams. Did they play the Rams?
I feel like they did.
Alexa, who did the 49ers beat this year?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Well, Alexa's really.
Come on, you're better than that.
Why?
It's game day. It's game day.
All right, I got it.
You got it?
I got it. Yep, I got it. So they lost to the Cardinals by 4. They lost to the Eagles by 5.
Oh yeah, that's right. They played the Eagles. I'm an idiot.
That
game was not close though. Didn't they get a guard? Well, actually, hold on. It wasn't. Like, didn't they have a Hail Mary at the end? But it was just like it was like one of those games you're looking around like, how are they even getting this like Hail Mary off to be in this game?
I think it was something like that, and they got destroyed by the Dolphins, 43-17, and they lost to the Seahawks by 10 last week.
All right, so the Packers offense needs to roll. That's basically what we're saying, right?
Well, yeah, but I think it's going to be like, all right. I think you just focus on stopping the run, and you say, all right, Nick Mullins beat us, and he's not. I don't think he's going to. Not with your offense and not with your secondary.
Right, and there's no Jones, there's no Lazard, there's no Williams.
Yeah, but dude, the Packers are like the organic farmer for like breeding wide receivers out of their camp, in my opinion.
That's true.
So I don't know what it is. We talked about it on the show before. You get guys like Donald Driver, like Randall Cobb, Jordy Nelson, Devontae Adams. Even at first, like they just come up through. They're the number 2 or 3, and then all of a sudden they're boom, Pro Bowl.
Yeah. I hope you're right. Like, I just feel like we're riding the coattails a little too much. Like, oh, they'll always pull it out in these times. I'm like, are they? Like, are they? Like, you have to understand where I'm coming from. There's such a sour taste in my mouth. I've been just piecing around like all day, just working and thinking about this, I'm like, it's one of those things where it's like, if they win tomorrow, I'm just like, I don't know what was wrong with me yesterday. I was just so worried about this game. And I was like, yeah, like you're fine. I'm like, but if they don't win, then it's a problem. And like and then you also got to remember that you're probably getting the 49ers' best shot because their season's on the line if they don't win this game.
Yeah, but do you think the Packers know that? I mean, they should know.
I would assume they knew that against the Vikings last week.
Yeah.
Assume they would know that against the Eagles when they were 1-2 and going to week 4 Lambeau Thursday Night Football last year. I think they would have assumed the NFC Championship was a must-win game, like that. I guess that's my point. It's just like I don't know, like there's a fine line between like you just maybe missed it by a player or two, and you got your ass kicked, and they always got bullied around by this team.
Yeah, no, I mean, I understand where you're coming from. I'm just trying to be a little more positive.
I know you're being my lighthouse for me.
Yeah.
All right, so do you like any bets though? Let's talk. I mean, we got the picks on the site. I can even drop the link for everyone. But you like anything right now?
Yeah, no, I like the spread and the over for sure. I think Packers -6.5. I think over 48.5. I also saw was it the away team to score over 26.5 points?
You like that?
Not to be too like gung ho about how this game's going to go, but I really think that's what's going to happen. I think they're going to be over that 26.5 too. And I like the 2 bets that you had in there today as well in our combined picks.
Yeah, I mean, I think was it Rogers? Was it 32.5? Was his longest completion?
Yeah, I mean that's like for him. I feel like
You take that, you die on that hill if you're a
yeah,
betting person. I think, right?
you take that 100%. I think you could throw hard on that and be feel good about it.
And I kind of like the Niners under 19.5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, like I said, this offense, if it runs through Nick Mullins, I don't see how they're going to reach 20 points. So
Yeah, I don't know. It's but Kyle Shanahan, right? I mean, because I hate to be that guy, right? Everyone talks about Kyle Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan. Obviously, him and Mike Patton have a riff from their Cleveland days, so it's just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to think. I feel like the NFL is a world of trends, and the 49ers have this trend. That's what scares me about this game.
yeah, no, I understand. And I'll say it again though, a trend is when the Packers lose, they come back even harder. So
That's true.
you know, yeah, I just have a hard time thinking the Packers are going to lose. But I mean, I understand where you're coming from because you know the team and the history and the trends with them more than I do. But
I love how, for whatever reason, the chat like always refreshes every box that your uncle with the stop with the bad emoji. I love that.
I saw that. See, there
I
you
love
go.
that because it's like gospel. It's like no mojo, no bad mojo. Let's go.
I mean, what's the best thing that the?
Oh, and I love it. He's saying this house says the Packers will win tonight. See, I like the positivity. See, this show's just picking me up right when I was going down.
See, exactly.
Good vibes. Sorry, what were you saying?
That's right. Well, I was gonna say, like, what's the biggest threat for the Niners from the 49ers on defense? Is it Richard Sherman? What is it? Is it the pass rush?
Is he even playing?
Is Sherman playing? I'm not sure.
Alexa, is Richard Sherman playing tonight?
She won't know that.
Richard Sherman was placed on IR and is out for the season with the Packers.
I was gonna say I don't think
I didn't realize
all this
wow.
shit. Dude. Like
September 16, 2020.
Yeah.
Well, there goes that.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, dude, there's really nobody. Post is out. Like
I mean, and I think
the Packers offense has to move the ball, right? I mean, like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
yeah, well, you're looking at a nice weather game, 79 degrees, cloudy. There's no excuse not to put up points tonight. So, every way you look at it, the Packers are outmatching them. It's just a matter if they execute, which I think they will.
I hope. It's funny because like really all I have left was like college football this week. That's how nervous I am for this game. What do you want to do? I'll tell you. You want to do another? We can do another like 5 to 8 minutes before we'll do like a little half-hour show.
Yeah.
What anything you got? You can want to play host? I'll be I'm like the cranky producer tonight.
Yeah, well, I was going to say,
Talk to me, baby.
Let's talk about some games this weekend, NFL.
Let's do it. There's a couple good ones.
There are a couple very good ones. Let's see. What do you think? One that sticks out to me, I mean, the obvious one is Saints and Bucks, but we can talk about that later. The Ravens and the Colts, to me, that's
on my list of 4 games to look at this weekend.
Yeah, I mean it's a nice 1:00 game. Both teams are 5-2.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. My uncle Ricky's a Ravens fan, so maybe he'll chime in.
Oh hell yeah! All right.
Lamar Jackson hasn't looked himself this year, and the Colts defense is tough. But I could see this being a game where maybe he finds some steam. I'm not sure. You know how I feel with the Colts, obviously.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So I think it's a type of game if the Ravens are actually good, they'll win.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not good, then, like this will be the game where everyone's like, "Yo, they like not good." Like that, like, yeah. and then we'll be like not good, but everyone will just be like that. Like, I mean, they're a wild card team. Like, they can't lose this game, especially the way the Steelers are rolling along. But at the same point, if the Colts are a good team, they'll win this game. Like, It's a very interesting. It's basically like who's good and who's all right.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I draw from this game.
And the Ravens are actually 2-point favorites, and they're the away team, which I thought was interesting, being that they have the same.
Vegas is saying they're good.
Yeah, so I think my favoritism leans the Colts, but I think the Ravens will probably win this, but it's going to be like three or 4 points. It's going to come down to a potential Philip Rivers interception or like a Justin Tucker field goal to win it, I think.
Yeah, I still believe in the Colts to win that game.
Dude, yeah. Well, hey, if I'm betting, I like them +2. I would say, it's only 2 points, but the games that we've seen them lose, the teams lose by 1 point, so.
Well, it's fine. I'll stick with an AFC, like kind of. Well, there's 2 interleague, if you will, matchups. I like the Seahawks and Buffalo.
Yeah.
And the Bears and Titans.
Yep,
Those are two like show me games.
Yeah, because no, I agree. Like if the Bills, that Bills Seahawks game is huge because everyone's so like low on the Bills right now, and if they lose, and if the Dolphins can find a way to beat the Cardinals, the Dolphins are one.
Oh, it's on.
Yeah, the Dolphins are only one game out then in the AFC East. So. But that's a tough game to win. That's a tough game to win, as we know.
I think Buffalo's going to pull that out. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see them pulling out too because like the Seahawks aren't invincible. Like they're going to lose probably maybe 3 or 4 games. They've only lost 1 so far. So, and the Bills need kind of like a shot in the arm for people to remember like that the Bills are actually a contender, not just a team who's going to win games against bad teams.
This is such a game Seattle would lose to, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's fine, it's fine."
Yeah,
it's fine. Everyone's like, "Oh, we're climb."
I agree.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like it's just like, how did they have 4 losses last year? Like, oh, they lost to Buffalo. It's like, oh, that's right.
That's right. Yeah.
Like you know they won't lose that game, or they'll lose that game. They'll be all right.
Yeah, but for your division, like you mentioned, the Bears Titans. I mean, they're both. What are they? They're both 5 and 3, right? Yeah.
I think the Titans are 5 and 2.
Or Titans are 5 and 2.
The Bears are 5.
Is there any chance the Bears pull that game out?
No.
The Titans losing 2 in a row. I mean,
unless the Titans suck. Like, if the Titans lose that game, then it means they're like not good, and like, it's that like, and either the AFC South is a sham, or the Colts are the winner. Like, that's they won't lose that game at home. I don't think.
No, I agree, and like I said, I mean the Titans don't have that great of a pass rush, so that benefits Nick Foles, who's not mobile at all, as we've seen this year. So that could be in the Bears' favor, but yeah, I have a hard time seeing them stop Derrick Henry. So.
And then the other game I have is actually my division 2, Lions and Vikings. I feel like whoever loses, that's out. So it's just kind of funny to see like who like rides that out.
And Stafford is out for the game because he's considered high risk, for COVID. So that's a big. Who's their quarterback? Is it Blaine Gabbert or no?
It's not David Blau, is it?
No, they said it this morning, but it was a name I'm familiar with.
Because you're right, Blau was their 3rd stringer.
Yeah. Chase Daniel. Yeah, Chase Daniel. Yep.
God.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So I'd expect the Vikings win out of that, and then both teams are 3 and 5. So at that rate, and they're both done in my opinion. If that's the case,
take the Vikings to the bank.
Yeah. As silly as I will feel saying this, the Giants and Washington football team is actually an important game for the NFC East.
Yeah,
Washington, not for the Giants per se, but for Washington. Because if they win, they'll be 3 and 5, and they're only a half a game out of first place behind the Eagles.
Oh yeah, and then then that game becomes everything.
Yeah,
Philadelphia
and Washington coming off a bye week. Washington come off a bye week. I expect them to be tough. Obviously, I want the Giants to win, but I expect Washington to be tough.
It's funny. I saw this. I wish the stat was real. Every time the Packers play a night game, they win. No, I wish not the case.
That would be nice.
Oh, this year.
There we go. This year.
Yeah. This year.
Yeah.
2-0 this year on prime time.
Yeah, that's right. Now I'm telling you, I'm feeling good with Pack tonight.
I hope, dude. I hope.
Did you have any college games on your mind for this weekend?
It's funny. I wrote down a few games that I thought were good. I mean, you got Florida and Georgia. That's going to be good. Clemson, Notre Dame. But I have no feel. All I would say is just fade Temple because they suck.
I was going to say fade Penn State. Penn State's minus 25 against Maryland. How's Penn?
Actually, yeah, I might fade that. Actually, that's a lot of points.
Yeah, I would probably take Maryland, even though I'm obviously a Penn State guy, but.
Yeah, that's not good.
Penn State will probably win, but 25 points, Jesus,
that's a lot.
A ton. I mean, unless Vegas is trying to get people to all ride the Maryland bus, and then Penn State wins.
Is it up at Penn? Nothing really matters. Is it at Penn State?
It is. It's at Penn State. Yeah.
There's no one there, right?
Right. No one's there. Yeah.
I like Maryland.
Yeah, Clemson and Notre Dame's interesting. Clemson's minus 5. They're at Notre Dame, and obviously. But I know he pulled through towards the end.
The freshman, yeah, exactly. That was a weird game.
Yeah, so maybe we see him kind of like he got his feet wet, now he's ready to go, and they win by like 10 or something. But Notre Dame's not easy, obviously. So especially at Notre Dame.
Yeah, I was about to say, especially when it's there.
Yeah,
we'll see. I mean, it'd be interesting. I don't know. I feel like Clemson finds a way.
Yeah, I think
They
so
always
too.
find a way. You know what I mean? Like the superhero.
Yeah, I think Clemson will win. I would take them -5 because when are you ever going to get Clemson -5? So never is the answer.
Dude, I know. I'm just retiring from college football picks because they're wrong.
Well, college football is like so like the craziest stuff can happen. It's just like
Oh yeah.
like I said earlier this week, like LSU lost 48-11 last week to Auburn, and LSU was like -3-point favorite. Like, come on, like you lose by that much and you're a 3-point favorite. Penn State against Indiana, like you get games like that. It's like, really?
Right.
It's so hard to tell. It's so hard to tell.
And I don't know how Vegas always knows. So
I know it's almost like you're better off. Like if you're going to bet college football, it's almost better off just picking like 2 or 3 games and you just take the underdog and like the team either getting points or you just take their money line that'll just pay out. Yeah. And one thing I learned is you always take Iowa at night when they're the underdog.
yeah, is that the play?
Because Iowa like always for some reason pulls out these big games. I remember the one year I took Iowa to beat Ohio State. It was like 3 years ago, and they beat them. And it paid out. It was like $10 to win like $150. So it worked out, but that was a rare situation. So but
I like get the mojo. You got my mojo back. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Little mojo going on
Anytime.
Thursday.
Yeah. Third down Thursday. Third down.
There we go.
Oh,
move the chains.
I'm nervous. Should we wrap it up 10 minutes early to get the vibes going for game day?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. All right, so we'll be back in the living room. I know. All right, I gotta get together with technology Sunday, especially when the Packers aren't playing. That's gonna be my day to like put the clips in, get everything going.
Yeah,
ready to rock and roll. Awesome. Yeah. Well, I think everyone play. Well, yeah, we're building out the new template, so we're just we're getting into the new digs here. So. Hopefully the Packers win tonight, right? And then I was about to say I can do all the follow us and subscribe, but we'll build all that out.
Yeah.
But we want to thank everyone for watching. Check us